Hi, I'd like to show you today how to get scores that have been downloaded or inputted into a spreadsheet, how to get those scores from a spreadsheet into Aeries. One app that we have that we use where you can do this is Nearpod. I have a Nearpod assignment for my students, and in my instruction, I tell them their name's going to be automatically put in there where it says other optional name. I ask them to put their ID number, just their ID number. I'm going to put that in that box that says optional. When I get a report from Nearpod, you can see here's the kids' names, but more importantly, here's the ID number with their scores. And I'm going to download that as a CSV. And that's something that I can open in Microsoft Excel. Now, I've already done that, and let me open it up here. I've already done that. I had my assistant teacher help me by sorting through. We sorted it by student ID and looked for multiple entries, and we deleted the entries where maybe the student did it the first time and they didn't do it right, so they got 0, but then the second time they did it, they got 100. So for some of these students, unfortunately, the zeros that are showing, that was their shot and they didn't get their credit. So when they see the 0, that tells them I need to go back and do the assignment again. Also, if we scroll down, you're going to get students like this who didn't do it correctly, but they put other things in the optional box, or they didn't put anything in the optional box. They put their ID number and their name. But right now, when I'm instructing them, I'm trying to get them to get used to a certain process. So when they see that they have blanks for their grade, then they'll know that they didn't do it correctly and they're going to have to go back and do it again. So I've got this done now, ready to go. And I'm going to go to Aeries, and I'm in my period 4 class. Now, let me just switch here for a minute here. I'm in scores by class. This is my assignment here. And to get those grades into the grade book, I'm going to go to the assignment view. And in the assignment view, we're going to click on View, Show More. And way back before we had import from Google, we only had import scores from file. So this is how I used to get grades in back in the day. We're going to select files. And there's my choice there. I'm going to open that up. Don't worry about this. I haven't had an issue with that. So until I do, we'll worry about it then. So here it is. There's the name. There's the student ID. There's the correct number. So here I have these little drop-down menus. And I'm going to choose student ID here. And I'm going to choose the correct score here. It doesn't even matter what these titles are here, by the way. What Aeries is going to do is search down this and look for ID numbers. Specifically, it's going to look for ID numbers that match the ID numbers within this particular gradebook. This is my period 4 class. And then when it finds a student, it's going to take a look over here. What's the score? It's going to take that score that's corresponding with that ID number, and it's going to put it in the kid's grade. So I'm going to go ahead and import. And those are all the kids who submitted something. And now I'm done. That is all.